Hello and welcome to Rapyd Bytes. Today we're going to go over how to create a checkout page in Python. Rapyd is an API first company, and here in Rapyd Bytes we'll show you how to work with our API to accept, hold, and disperse funds in various countries using local payment methods. Be sure to click subscribe or comment below. Let's get started. Thanks again. We're going to be generating a hosted checkout page in Python. With the checkout page, you can accept payments without the hassle of building your own page that would need to meet the PCI compliance requirements, that is payment card industry, and passing on payment information of your customer, but doing that safely with a generated checkout page with Rapyd. And so right now we're right on the documentation page here of Rapyd. This is newly refreshed, and if you actually go to under Get Started, make your first API call, you can immediately download the Postman collection, as well as we have our Open API now available. This spec is available to test as well as copy and import. You can import it into the platform that you are working in. But also it will show you how to calculate the request signature. You can also simply basically download this or copy this into your sample, into your platform, and begin testing. Just follow the steps here. If you also go to one of the linked pages, request signatures, it'll have more code samples beyond Python. What we're going to be doing today is just using this call create checkout page. Here would be the endpoint. We're working, of course, in sandbox /v1/checkout, and this is going to generate our checkout page. You can see the request and also response here. What we'll be doing is just grabbing one of these code samples, though a little bit more simplified. We're going to be working in Great Britain, in the country with British pounds. We can also use euros as well. And I'm gonna also note that if you go onto this hosted checkout page integration guide, this is for really the use case. It'll show you how to set this up, as well as some descriptions. It has also code samples here that you can also copy, as well as an example. And so I'm just gonna head over and just show you a copy of this file, utilities.py. I saved it as, and here we have just our definitions and our defined each section, and really you could see that each different headers and incorporates just the signature that you would see here. It is calculated, and so yeah, we see this whole file. What's important is the secret key and access key, and I want to scroll over to our client portal. You can download or log into the client portal, and I'm just looking at payment methods here, but if I go to the main page, this is what you'll see. Of course, you'll want to go through just the tour and then also verify your account, as that is available to contact sales. And I'm gonna flip this switch on here in sandbox and just give it a little refresh there. And so now we see the icons, and now I can go to the developers tab and copy my sandbox credentials. Of course, paste it in. And we definitely recommend never exposing your keys, especially in a video like this. This is just for the demo to show you guys what it looks like. Don't transmit the keys by themselves. You can always store this in a safe space, platforms that provide that service, with AWS. But yeah, recommend best practices for that. And so as we copied that, I'm going to make sure that we have the webhook also installed. You can use a test webhook site like I am doing just as you're working in Sandbox to get started, but then you'll definitely want to um, move towards storing those in also a secure place as well. And so what I'm going to do is take a look at now our example here for the file. Here is one using British pounds, amount 100. Let's increase that. Go to 1,000. And since there are no designated payment method types, we are going to see different ones available. Now, if we designated one here, like Visa card, it would only be that payment method. But now that we don't, again, we're going to see a few different options. And so I will just bump this up here. And now what we're going to do is basically just open up our file. Let me go ahead and make sure that we are in the right. All right, pulled up the file. And first thing, as we have saved this utilities file, and then also saved a checkout page file, we see it here. I'm going to make sure that my environment is there. So I'll do pip3 install virtual environment, and then I'll let's see, Python 3 and install requests. Okay, so those are installed. As you could see, we're using requests here. And so now I can go ahead and make the request as I've saved these files, and it's just going to call this file here. And so here we see the response. And what I'm going to do is right now, the status is new. The payment is active. Let me see if any of the webhooks that actually might be. Oh yeah, that's right. And so yeah, we see that the first response has showed up, and this is for the checkout page. And so now when I click this, I'm going to just copy that, pull it up here. Now here we see the interface of the checkout page. And so of course you could see there's this secure payments mark here for PCI DSS certified. We have card, our bank, different options for bank. Let me just input some, of course, this is Sandbox test information. And I can go ahead and send that. And so this now has initiated the payment. This is a simulation, whereas you would log into your bank to be able to confirm that payment. And now here we see the webhook send. We have actually a customer was created now from that, and whatever payment method is used, it's going to save that to that customer. You can see the customer ID here, and that as I input test user. And yeah, of course, it's the bank redirect. It's saving that information. And of course, here we see the status, as I said, was active. And this is the first step to a successful payment. Now we need to make sure it's closed. This is the same URL redirect that we are using as well. So let me go back to that. We can have a successful payment. And it looks like that £1,000 payment is successful. And now we get the response in the webhook. Now we see the status is closed. I can even grab that payment ID and let's try another payment method. Here is one in euros. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. Let me clear this. Python 3, create checkout page, euros, press enter. Now we see the response, status is new. Go ahead and open this up. And so again, we see a card that you can pay in euros. There's different options available there depending on what you input. And then bank. SEPA is widely used throughout Europe. So we can do that. Another name, let's say we're in United Kingdom. Of course, this is sandbox information. And so as we send this, this is of course just $100 payment, but it could be anywhere. So here we have again the IBAN that you would type in, and then the one-time password that you would get. This is just the part of the simulation. Again, here is the address that I typed in for the payment, and I can go ahead and click submit. And it looks like this confirmation it will be sending, and it really is a successful website. This is the example, just domain that I had for a completed payment. Now we see payment succeeded. Of course, through the SEPA, there will be steps to complete, authorizing that payment. But we do see that here it's in Sandbox, it's payment succeeded. So awesome. That is just a couple different payment methods in euros and also British pounds, and what it looks like to create a checkout page and complete the payment, get the webhook, and we can also actually see these payments here in the client portal. And so here we see that $1,000 payment as well, and then this we can push it through and say complete. Awesome. And so now we have both completed payments that are closed, they have gone through, and so I think that's so cool just to play around here in Sandbox. Look at, you can see the full details of the payment here on each individual page as well. And so if you have any questions or thoughts about this process on us being able to set up an environment, grab our utilities file, create a and copy the request to create a checkout page, and then making that request in Python. And following that, feel free to comment on the video, as well as open up a topic in community.rapyd.net. Ask any of our developers, team members, and other developers in the Rapyd developer community as well. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.